Welcome to Brighten Your Corner Ministry. My name is Cindy Ann Lewis Walcott, and we are studying life lessons from the Holy Bible. You don't have to be religious, these lessons are for holistic living. Today's lesson is I, what I call a strategy for survival. It can be found in Genesis chapter 32, verses 1 to 21. So now Jacob's on his way back to his father's house, and he's afraid of Esau, his brother, because we know what happened. He stole he forced his brother to sell him the birthright, and then he stole his brother's blessing. Now he's been 20 years or so in his out at his uncle, who is also his father-in-law, and now it's time he's coming back home. But he fears Esau, so he makes a strategy. He starts to strategize, which is a beautiful thing. He makes a strategy for survival. And so he divides up his family and his flock, and he has a strategy of who's going first, who's going second. He sends a gift to Esau, and he has them tell Esau very specific words. So he sat down and he made this beautiful strategy. And he's still afraid, though. He also, well, I guess he kneels down and approaches God. He asks God, he says to God, um, I would read it. Genesis chapter 32 verse 11, and he said to God, "Deliver me, I pray thee, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him, lest he will come and smite me, and the mother with the children." I guess, and the mothers with the children. Um, so he's really afraid of Esau. And he starts paying homage to Esau. He calls Esau my Lord, which is, he's humbled himself. So despite what he knows he has, he's learned his lesson by now. And actually, while he's there on his way to his father's home, back to his homeland, he has a vision of the angels. So I think somehow that was a moment of reckoning for him. He still has to respect his brother as his older brother. So he's humble now. He's humble and he's fearful, and he's wise enough to make a strategy. Well, in common language, we'll call it to bribe, but I think it's a present. He's truly offering himself up as he's sorry for what he's done. He's trying to let his older brother know that he's repentant, and so he sends all these gifts to his brother, and he sends all these specific words, and he's saying, "My Lord Esau." And I like that very much. It's quite a long story, but it's worth giving a read. And you would see here how methodical he is in setting up his strategy. And then after he set his strategy and he set people on the way, he still talks to God. And they come back and tell him that Esau's on his way. So now he's really frightened. So then what we're going to see after is another lesson, but I want you to see here how important it is to set up strategies for your survival. Not because somebody's physically threatening your life, but just in you moving forward from day to day. A lot of us and the people that study successful people find that we don't set goals for ourselves, and therefore we just exist from day to day on the default. And we get up, we're alive, we do whatever needs to be done in the day, and we go back to sleep. We have no purpose. And in a way, him setting up strategies here is akin to us setting up goals for ourselves and having a purpose for our survival, for our day, a reason that we're living, either to uplift somebody else or to help somebody else, or even to help ourselves get closer to God, in oneness with God. So set a strategy today for you to move forward. Set a strategy today for you to be more in contact with God, for you to be more in oneness with humanity, with your brothers and your sisters. Try and make up. If you have this unity in your family, it's not a good thing, because your family usually is always there for you. That's the one thing you cannot change. You can't change the relation you have, your blood relations. You can change anything else. And I know in my mom's culture, especially, they would always, whether you're enemies or friends, they look out for each other. Because if one family member goes down, they look at it as all family members going down. So whatever situation you have with your family today, take Jacob's example. You may need a strategy to getting back into oneness with them. Reach out to them. Um, don't wait either. I have a relative who says things like, well, I'm waiting for them to come to me and ask me for this or that. They have to humble themselves. Don't wait for that. I don't think that's a good thing at all. I think if you have the ability to help, reach out to somebody. And we see here, though, that Jacob is truly repentant and he's sorry for what he's done. He's sending his older brother gifts. And in the next lesson, we'll see why I say reach out to your family first. Don't wait for them to reach out to you. It's not godly and it's not Christian like. And I know I'm going to be speaking to people who aren't Christians, but as Christians, we love our fellow men no matter what. We don't try to put people in a humiliating situation. We don't try to humble people. That's not our place. Our place is to treat each other with dignity and respect. And Jacob is fully showing respect here to Esau in calling him my Lord. That's opposed to the blessing he got, which is that your brother will be a servant. I hope you see this lesson here as a valuable one, especially in family relationships. Please look at it again, read the entire thing from Genesis chapter 32, verses 1 to 21. And you would see here, you see the fear and you see the care, you see the mindfulness, you see the forgiveness, you see God's inviting God's presence for deliverance, and the lesson coming up will show you the blossoming of all these good things that can happen in a family when you reach out to somebody or when they reach out to you, and when you are in one with your family. I hope this is a valuable lesson to you. Please remember to give me a thumbs up, share and subscribe, and always hit the link and not the picture when you're looking at the videos. Thank you and have a beautiful day. Bye bye now.